This is a show called The Accountants, and we're presenting it here at the Grand Theatre in Hong Kong. This show has come about, it's taken 8 years to put together. The concept of the show was really to try and look at contemporary China and contemporary India. It's told through data and numbers, largely. We compare data to do with China and data to do with India directly. And it's hanging on a story because it's about numbers, about accountants and people that collect data and work with data. So we have on 2 big phone screens an auntie and her nephew. They're not really related. She is from India and he is from Chinese heritage. So there's a conversation going on between these 2 characters. We start with the data from the audience, and then it moves to data about science, about technology, about wealth, about wonder, all types of data we see on the back. I hope the audience really enjoy the show. I mean, it's fun for a start. My father was an accountant, and I wanted to make something that people could see themselves in. That's why there is no cultural costuming. They're all identical looking, and then we discover, oh, those 6 people are Chinese, those 6 people are Indian, and it's in the way they move their bodies that we realize that they're Chinese or they're Indian. So I'm hoping that people can see them reflect a little bit about themselves in what they're seeing on the stage. I'm not either from India, I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from Trinidad. So I always get told I'm Indian. That's why I wanted them all to look the same. And then we discover that they all actually are different personalities and have different emotions about them as well.
Our phones are collecting all the data, and somebody is taking all this data and telling us who we are, is helping us with our maps, is helping us with our location, helping us with our choices, helping us with our food, helping us with shopping. And very soon it'll tell us who we are. And that's the scary part, because it rules out the human element. What happens when all of this is taken away? What happens when we are left just with ourselves?
Within the choreography, yes, we have brought in essences of India and China. The Chinese choreographer Shishin has brought in certain structures and images of ancient China. And we've used influences of Kathak and mudras and Bharatnatyam. So those are, in choreography, those are the cultural influences.
I think Hong Kong is very multicultural, and it's also a modern city. And in many ways, it's exactly what is happening with the 2 characters. And it's the first time that India and China have come together, literally, because it's not like Indian dancers are dancing separate. Indian and Chinese dancers are dancing together.
We've been working together for 25 years now.
Yeah. So, we've said enough to each other.
However, I want to say that it's still new and still extremely excited to see what Hong Kong thinks of what our creation is and what our interpretation is.
I have come here, perform, yes, my first time. I had come here as a tourist before, and it was very nice and happening and party. But now I'm only working, which is lovely. I'm very curious to know people think from here about our production.
Oh, I would love to. I mean, there is so much stuff, and especially in China, you could do amazing things with integrating technology. And imagine you could have second limbs, you could change color with costume. I mean, there's so much that could be done integrating technology, AI, VI, all sorts of things. I think what we will see, and China is the place to make that. I mean, it would be incredible. My biggest desire would be to get this show to mainland China as well. When we made this show, I really want to be in Guangzhou, Beijing, Shanghai. This show really should be, because it's so interesting, and I think people would enjoy it. I would love to bring more work to China, and I mean, I think it's the most amazing place. I would love to work with Chinese artists, and I would love to do some more kind of collaborations between perhaps the UK and China.